Well, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Project Time Garage. Today, it's going to be a midweek tool review. And on the bench today for review is this 6,000 amp jump starter and air compressor or tire inflator from JFEGWO. Almost every day, there is a request in my inbox from some company to do a product review for them. And the vast majority of them I just ignore and move on. In the case of the JFEGWO jump starters, it's a product I've actually used. Like, really used. I've got two 3000s and a 2000 jump starter, and I use them. I absolutely use them. You know, I've got several of the other, like computerized jump starters and all that, but really the thing about it is they all have shortcomings, and usually that shortcoming is the fact that there is a computer mechanism between you and getting to that sweet voltage that they can put out. Not in the case of these. With these, those ports right there, they're hot right now, 12 volts. That makes it really nice, not just for jumping stuff off or inflating tires or whatever, but actual like testing stuff in the field. Case in point would be these really awesome, like, I don't know, maybe 70s or 80s amber driving lights or fog lights that belong on the bumper of a truck. I scored these from my buddy over at Budget Fix Garage. He sent these over, or he gave them to me. And, you know, if I'm out in the field somewhere and I want to see if a light bulb is working or not, grab my leads, plug them in, find myself a good healthy ground, maybe there, and see if they work. That's something I can't do with some of the electronic boxes. That feature alone right there sold me on these. And this one's a 6,000 amp box, and I don't really have much reason to doubt it, because quite honestly, this little 2,000 amp box that's pretty old, as a matter of fact, they've done a lot of changing since then. This thing right here, I've put this sucker through its paces, and it has done everything I've asked it to do. Now, within reason, I'm not out here jump starting Peterbilts with, 12-liter cat motors or anything like that, but you know, for your average everyday throw it in the truck jump box, pretty doggone good. As far as what you'll get in the box, obviously you'll get the clamps, which really have a pretty satisfactory feel to them. They're not completely cheap. The other thing that I love about these is here in the back sides, you can see a wire that goes from one side to the other, basically effectively connecting both sides of this. And in a lot of even battery chargers and stuff, for example, the red one that I have up there on the shelf, it's an older one, but it's a Century jump box, so it's a name brand box, and it's probably 15 years old. It doesn't have a connection between these two, so when you open these leads up like this, only one side would be connected to voltage. So these guys were cool enough to include a bridge there to bridge these two together. So that's pretty handy. Comes with the jump starter itself and air compressor. There's your air compressor hose back there. Comes with a cigarette lighter adapter or power port charger or power point connector for charging, or for running this this compressor if the battery's dead. We'll get into that here in just a second. And finally comes with a wall charger. User manual, warranty information, extension hose in case the hose on the back is too short for what you're doing. It's got an extension here, along with some extra ends, like for airing up a baseball or soccer ball, blowing up a air mattress or something like that. As far as the charger itself, it features 6,000 amps of starting power. It has an over-temp control, so it won't just combust itself when you're really demanding on it. It has the ability to preset the pressure you want and hit the go button, and it'll air your tire up to whatever you preset it, so you can start it and walk away. That's a really handy feature that a lot of newer jump boxes are finally starting to get. I am really happy about that. Let's face it, I have a lot of tires and I have a lot of flat tires, so you know, it's nice just to be able to screw that on and walk away. It has the ability to inflate with wireless, which means from the battery built in, or it has the ability to inflate with the included adapter, the cigarette lighter adapter, or I assume the wall adapter, should you find yourself on the side of the road and the battery here has not been charged up, because a lot of people will stick these in their car and they will never look at them ever again. And while this particular one has been in the back of my truck for, I don't know, probably 3 months, it still has 100% charge left on it. That's pretty remarkable right there. You can push the power button here one time and it'll show you the charge, and after 2.5 minutes it'll go ahead and turn itself off. We also have a couple of USB ports here. We have a 5 volt at 1 amp and a 5 volt at 2.5 amp for charging your peripherals or whatever. If we press and hold this button on the side, we have an area light. So if it's nighttime and your tire is flat, you at least have some area light to work with. If we double click the button, we go to a flash mode, double click it again, and we go to a strobe mode, just in case you're, you know, on the side of the road and really need to get somebody's attention. Hold it again and they go off. Now this is your charge port, and this is where you would connect your cigarette lighter adapter for charging. But on the front here, there's another port, and what this allows you to do is it allows you to connect your 12 volt input if you're gonna just run your air pump. So this bypasses the internal battery if you wanna plug this into a car and run the air pump, or if you wanna plug it into the wall and run the air pump. Again, if your battery is dead in the device or whatever. If you guys are interested in getting yourself one of these, I'm gonna leave a product link down below in the description on this video. So pause the video. Definitely don't stop the video though. You gotta watch this thing all the way through. That's good for me and good for you because you get some good information. Anyway, pause the video, scroll down, and you'll see where all the letters and words and hieroglyphics are under this video. You'll see a link to purchase this guy. In my opinion, well worth the money. You see that I got a bunch of these things. In fact, I keep some kind of a jump box in pretty much every vehicle that I drive, that my wife drives, that my daughter drives, pretty much everything. You know, it's good to have a tire inflator, a light, a way to charge your phone, and a battery booster all in one. But how does it do? How does it work when you actually try to start something? Luckily, I have a lot of vehicles, and I almost always have a dead battery. So let's go find a dead battery. Luckily, I have just the thing to try and start on this chilly, chilly day. This is a 1974 Ford F100. It's got a Ford FE engine, the 390, and I can almost guarantee you that it has a very dead battery. It always does. Let's just see how dead. Nope, no dome light. Nope, no nothing. Told you. That's the battery in question. Well, this thing has an electric fuel pump on it, which is going to give it a little bit of an advantage because it's been sitting here about 2 months, and I'm pretty sure that carburetor is completely and totally dry, like bone dry. So lets me kick the key on, fill the ball up, pump it a few times, get it primed, and see if we can get it started. But let's see what our voltage is. Now, once I see what the voltage is, I'm not going to cut this camera off again. We're going to go through the whole thing, uncut video. So let's see what we've got here. Negative, positive. 1.78 volts is dead. Well, let's hook this guy up. And this guy up. Now we're charging right now. Hot to go. We can push this button right here and we can see what our charge is. Still 100 so far. And I have learned over time that sometimes with jump starters, it's better on a really dead battery. Let them sit there just a second or two and let them transfer some of that wonderful voltage into the battery. So that's what we're going to do. May take a few tries to do this. This is an awfully big engine on a very cold day. We're going to try. Still shows 100. Sure wish that would get on there a little bit better than that. But... well, let's give it a try, see what happens. I have a dash light, that's good. Need some choke adjustment, but you see exactly what that did, right? And our charge still shows to be 100%. Now, it's important to mention on this, as I was reading the instructions on this, it tells you that the percentage, oh look, I can see my breath. I was chilly today. It's important also to note the percentage here only shows 25% increments. So it's never going to show you that it's 87%. It's going to be 100, 75, 50, 25, 0, right? They recommend you charge this thing at 25. Now, at or before 25, I guess. So that means that right here now it's showing 100%, but it's really only somewhere between 75 and 100%. Still though, that's pretty doggone good. So yeah, I would say the JFEGWO 6000 amp jump starter handled an old Ford 390 that's cold with a completely dead battery like a boss. Figure if we're going to do a tire inflator test, we might as well, you know, do it with flare. That's a pretty doggone flat tire right there. I'll screw it on. Wonder if this thing's off the bead or not. Don't know. Power it on. We'll just set it to, oh, let's see. So it has different modes here. So for car tires, 26 is the minimum. So that's set there and turn it on. There we go, 26 pounds, kicks right off. And it also airs up tires like a boss. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I don't like to give reviews on stuff that I don't really believe in. These are pretty daggum good. So anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about us. Guys, I'll see you next time.